Good day, viewers. You are welcome back to Tindanious Maths Tutorials. If this is your first time chancing on my YouTube channel, kindly share, like, subscribe, and comment for more videos and updates, interesting topics. Okay, visit my videos on factorial concepts. Okay, go to my playlist. You will see factorial concepts. Click on it and visit all my videos on factorial concepts, and you are going to appreciate them. Today we are going to consider another type of factorial concept called hyperfactorial. Now, hyperfactorial, okay, simply means, or mathematically, hyperfactorial is defined as the product, okay, of positive integers, okay, ranging from 1. So we have it this way. So ranging from 1 up to the integer n, okay. Then we have the expression which is I raised to the power I, okay. So viewers, the meaning of this factorial notation is, let's say if you start with the integer, okay, it is more advisable to begin with the integer 1. So you have to say 1. Remember, if the integer starts with the value 1, so you have 1 raised to the power 1. Okay, 1 raised to the power 1, then times, remember, this is I to the power I. So if you are beginning with the integer 2, it will be 2 to the power 2 in that regard. So it is more advisable to begin with the integer 1, then times 2 times 3 in the increasing order of magnitude. You start with the number, or with the integer 1 in the ascending order of magnitude. So my next integer, okay, will be what? After 1, we move to the integer 2. So you have 2 raised to the power what? 2. Do you get it that way? So you multiply the integer raised to its own power or exponent. That's it. So my next number will be 3. So you have 3 raised to the power what? To the power 3. Then times 4 raised to the power what? Itself, which is to the power what? 4. Then times n raised to the power what? N. As simple as that. Or I raised to the power I. So viewers, that is simply the meaning of this word, of this notation. So we have it to be what? Hyperfactorial of what? Of n. Okay? Hyperfactorial of what? Of n is given by this. As simple as that. Viewers, evaluate the following hyperfactorials. Okay? So 1. So what is hyperfactorial of, let's say, 5? So hyperfactorial of 5, which is denoted by this, is given by, viewers, I said it is always advisable to start from the integer 1. Then you what? You will multiply 1 times the ascending order of what? Of the other integers. Ascending order simply means, since you started from that integer, from that very first integer, which is 1, so progressively it increases in magnitude. That's the meaning of what? Of the ascending order we are talking about. So from 1, it will increase to 2, then it will increase to 3 in that what? In that regard. That's the meaning of what? You multiply 1 by what? Or you multiply the integer 1 times the ascending order of what? Of the other integers raised to its own power. So I have 2 raised to its own power 2 times 3 raised to its own power, which is what? 3 times n raised to its own power what? N. Alright? So the hyperfactorial of 5, okay, is equal to, start from the number 1, okay. So remember, 1 raised to its own power, which is 1. Then times, okay, this 5 represents or indicates the ending point, the terminating what? Point, as simple as that. So you begin with the number in the parenthesis, okay, inside the parenthesis, which is n. Okay, so this is my n, okay, which is being stated here, n. which indicates my terminating point. So you see, I ended at n raised to the power of n. So here I have it to be 5. For my terminating point to be what? Will be 5. Then I'll end at that point. So in the ascending order, so what will be my next number after 1? 2, right? So 2 raised to the power what? 2, right? Then times what? 3 raised to the power what? 3, right? Times what? 4 raised to the power what? 4. Then times what? Times 5 raised to the power what? 5. Okay, so this represents what? My end point or my terminating points, alright? As simple as that. So viewers, so let us multiply this. Okay, so I have 2 raised to the power 2 times 3 raised to the power what? 3. Then times 4 raised to the power 4. Then times 5 raised to the power 5. And by the help of the calculator, I'm getting a huge number, which is 8, 6, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 what? Zeros. Okay. Let us consider the hyperfactorial of the number 4. So I have it this way: 8, then what? 4, which is equal to, start from the number what? 1. So I have 1. So it's raised to the power, that's 1, okay? 1, then times 2, raised to the power what? The 2. Then times what? 3, raised to the power what? 3. Then times what? Times 4. Okay, so 4 raised to its own self, which is what? Which is the 4. And so by the help of the calculator, okay, so we'll be having 2 raised to the power 2 by 3 raised to the power 3 by 4 raised to the power 4, and we are getting 2, 7, 6, 4, then what? Then 8. Okay. Now let us consider our last example, which is what? Let us consider our last example, which is what? Hyperfactorial of 3. So I'll be having it this way: hyperfactorial of 3 is equal to, start from the number, okay, which is what? From the very first number, which is what? My integer 1 raised to its own power, which is what? 1. Then times what? The next integer after 1 is 2. So times 2 raised to the power 2 until you get to 3, then you stop at that point. Then times what? 3, okay, raised to the power 3. And by the help of the calculator, okay, we are getting 108. So viewers, this is the end to this trivial topic under hyperfactorial, okay, which is denoted by what? By, we have it this way, capital H n, this way, hyperfactorial of n. I'll see you next time where I bring you another factorial concept. Bye.